Alright, so picking up where we left off last time, we're going to do just a very quick little tutorial on doing some of these balls bouncing for this assignment. And the whole idea with these is that you're essentially going to be doing, and you'll get this document downloaded from the site, 3 balls that are animated. And we'll go over some high points, what we're supposed to do, some considerations, but ideally, the main idea of this is to create 3 balls bouncing downstairs or going downstairs. Here's the trick. You cannot use a different color or size for those balls. You have to show what kind of ball they are through their motion, not visual distinction like color and scale. So it's very easy to make a beach ball look like a beach ball when you color it multiple colors, a ping pong ball, to make it small and white and say, hey, that's a ping pong ball. And those are visual cues, those are crutches. Those are basically, I'm going to hide the fact that maybe I'm not animating it as much as I should, and I'll just let its visual cue fill in the gaps. And what we want to do is we want to make it so that you don't have to do that, so that people will be able to look at it and be able to say, hey, this is actually a ping pong ball or a bowling ball or a beach ball. And you'll see that they're all very different from each other. So we're going to do the ping pong ball real quick. It's fast, bouncy, light, has sharp movements. The other ones we'll do later, the bowling ball, which is heavier, slower, very little bounce to it because it's so heavy, but appears to drop fast. So it should move slow but drop fast, and that's how you're going to show its weight. The beach ball is sort of like this weird sort of in between, and that's what makes it interesting, is that it's slower, it's lighter, it has less wind resistance, so it doesn't cut through the air like a ping pong ball, but it's not as heavy as a bowling ball. So it's airy, it tends to float a little bit more. We want to show that almost like it's a bubble, but not quite as much, but have that same sort of idea. So let's look at the ping pong ball first. So I've extended this out a little bit, and it's the same as when we were just bouncing up and down. The fundamental difference with this one, and I'm just going to do it really quick because we're going to go over this in class in more detail in philosophy, but just the technical aspect and how that works with the graph editor. What we're going to do is we're going to set the keys for this. We're going to modify it using some of the tools in the graph editor, just like we did before, but now we're not worried about just bouncing up and down. This actually has to also go in a certain direction, so you notice we're building up. The first ball that we bounce just up and down, we only have to worry about the Y translate. Either it's down here, it's up there, it's doing that. This one, it's the Y and the X. So let's say this is our ping pong ball, and I'm just going to duplicate this ball here so that we have a few spares. We don't have to keep making them. And let's make this one the ping pong ball. Now remember, I can't make it white. I can't scale it down. We're going to pretend that all these balls in reality would be the same size, but we're just going to animate them as if they weren't. So the general idea of this is that a ping pong ball is bouncy. You know, if you've ever played ping pong, it kind of sharp, boom, 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 and it speeds up as it goes. So to animate this, I have to think about, first I want to tell it where it's going to be. Then I have to go into the graph editor and fine tune how it's going to be moving. So let's start it up way up here. And I'm going to go to my first keyframe. Oh yeah, that guy is still going. He's kind of bouncing over there. And I'm going to start at frame 0. And I'm just going to set a key there. And I'm not going to worry about freezing the transformations on this, because unlike our little friend here, which just kept landing in the exact same spot, this guy isn't. He's going to come in and go that way. So here's where my timing kind of goes. How long does it take for him to drop there? If we're going 24 frames a second, 1 second might be pretty long, actually, for it to take to get all the way there. That would be all the way at 24, and we could see this guy bounces several times, um, like once and a half, almost twice before that happens. And we want to have that same sort of pop um, that this guy is getting. We didn't refine that one, but just so you can kind of see. So I'm actually going to start it, let's say at 12 frames, excuse me. And then we can adjust its timing later. And I'm going to move it forward some. And I might want to zoom in just to see and make sure it's not necessarily penetrating the ground. Move it up a little bit right there. So once again, remember your pattern. Go to the frame you want, put it in the position of that frame, then set a key. Go to the frame you want, put it in the position of that frame, set a key. And we can see it's starting to make some curves here. So we already have this. Boom. And now I'll go, okay, 24 frames. I'm going to move you up. Set a key. Set a key. I'm just going to kind of take boom, boom. I'm not worried about its general motion, just its timing more or less right now. And for right now, that's okay. It's not pretty, but we're just getting it from point to point. And I might even go back and just make that one come up from higher. And if I say, wow, that one should be a little bit higher, set a key. Okay. Let's see what we have so far. What I want to make sure of is that it's not, that it's actually losing energy. As it goes. And we'll talk a little bit more about that. So here, that would be right there. Move you up. And we're also going to introduce a new tool, which will help you out with this. Okay, so let's just leave it as that for right now. So we got this, boing, boing. And it's doing the same thing that that original one was, which is basically it's just not, it's doing this weird underwater thing. And the reason being is if we go, let's expand this out a little bit. Now, what you'll notice, if I have to zoom out, and then you could see, wow, there's a lot more keys. I have to select all of those keys and press F so I can see them. Now, for right now, the ones I'm worried most about, before like having it speed up and stuff, right now it's very linear in its timing of hitting. But what I'm worried more about right now is the pop when it hits the ground. Now, if I hit the translate Y, and we're only looking at the translate Y, so I can select that and press F to focus in on it. This literally, as we actually look at this, and I scrub through it, you'll see it actually following those curves, you see? Now, The problem that it looks like it's doing this weird stick to the ground and then take off, like Superman trying to run and take off, and instead he's doing the old school I'm leaping, I'm not flying thing. It should just be pop, just bounce right off the ground and just take off. And right now, as we learned in the graph editor, when you have a line that's starting to go flat, like if we look at this right here, that means that it's like, oh, let me slow down, let me take my time, hit here, and I think, yeah, I had a sip of lemonade, and now I'm going to go back up, and it should be speeding up a lot more. So what we want to do is we want to get these guys more like a V shape, because the real motion that this is supposed to do is it's supposed to bounce off the ground and immediately shoot back up. So that means that this should be sharper. And the flatter the line is, the longer it takes, the more vertical the line is, the faster it is. So I want to grab this point. I want to break those tangents, because right now if I grab it, it's going to move it. It's just doing this little seesaw thing, and that doesn't help me. I want to break, look at this icon, those tangents. Now they're two different colors. And now I'm middle mouse dragging and moving those. And I am making it so that it's V shape. Okay? Because an ideal situation is that gravity is pulling on it. When it gets up to the top, it reaches its apex. It kind of holds, and then gravity says, I don't think so, mister, and it pulls you right back down. So if we do that for these, grab that, do the same. We're going to break those tangents. And all I'm doing is making this more of, I want to see it, this little ball kind of, this I don't have to break because he's just right there, at least for now. And all I want to see is that this guy kind of, oops, that may be a little bit too much. Let's just that. Is that it kind of slows down, gravity pulls, speeds up, boing, goes right back up, slows, wait, comes back down. So let's see what that looks like now. Rewind, play. Oh, that's so much better. Now, you may have noticed that it did this weird little, it looked like it bounced in midair. Don't be alarmed. What that is that how this is actually playing. We have to do what's called a play blast, but this is at least giving me what I want when I hit play. See that? That looks so much better. That's nice. Okay. So, boing, 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 boing. It's going a little slow. So I'm going to show you something. So I'm going to click here, and now we could see all the keys, all the attributes that we're keying in here. Now, what I did is I manipulated just the Y translate by itself, so I could control just that without having to affect all of this. And that's great if I just want to affect one thing. If I want to affect the whole thing, it's easier to go into the timeline, at least for speed. For other things inside the graph editor. But let's say I want to speed this up because I'm thinking it could go even faster, just overall. So I'm going to hold down Shift, and I'm going to select all my keys, which means it's grabbing all those attributes. And then I'm going to just tighten it up right about there. Okay. Now if I rewind and hit play, here we go. Now let's see what happens when we do a play blast. Wait for it. Oops, you know, it's a QuickTime movie, so I'm going to have to manually open that. Hold on. Copy. Let me open that up real quick so we can actually see. The play blast will show me real time of what it's supposed to look like. And I'm going to have to change the resolution of my play blast, but that'll work for right now. So if I hit play, this is more accurate. So that's not bad. There's a few things we need to adjust, and that's okay. But, oh, and this is the other thing. You notice I have nothing in here now. I have to make sure I have something selected for it to show. The other thing, and it's a little thing, but it will drive you nuts. You might notice now that these keys are no longer exactly on a keyframe. And that can throw you off. So what I want to do is I want to grab that and I want to say snap. And if I try to do it to all of them, there we go. Much better. The reason being is because when I render this animation out, it's not going to render a fraction of a frame, it's going to render a frame. So when these guys actually are on a partial frame, then you're only going to get a partial image of where they're actually at, and you might get frames where it's supposed to be hitting the ground, and it's actually hovering. So once again, I just grabbed all these, shift left mouse grab, selected, right clicked and said snap, and that snapped them all to their own frame. So now you'll notice it's giving me whole numbers, not like the little point, like 51 point something, which could throw me off later. And this makes life a whole lot easier when you're trying to edit things as well. Okay. And that's basically how we would start to do that. The last bit of it would simply be that this guy would actually go boing, boing, boing at the bottom. And now, there's one other thing I'm going to show you real quick, which will help you out. And this is pretty cool. It's under the menu called Visualization or Visualize. You'll see I can create an editable motion trail. And what is that? That's sort of like a live graph editor inside of my scene. So when I click on this, there, I can kind of have the best of both worlds. I can work in my graph editor, and I can work in here, and I can actually grab these and move them. Or I could tweak out if I right-click on it and say, oh, show the out tangent, show the in tangent. You notice when I grab that, I have the handles now. Isn't that cool? And now I can actually, if it lets me stop that. I see my machine is acting a little weird. Well, assuming that it wasn't acting weird, what it would allow me to do is actually edit that so I could make tweaks. And just considering it's trying to crap out on me now, it's a good time to stop the video before I lose everything. So we'll continue after.